We often hear that knowledge is power. We read books, attend seminars, and scroll through endless articles soaking up information. But here's the catch: simply knowing something doesn't automatically change our behavior. This disconnect is called the knowing-doing gap. Think about it. We all know that eating healthy is important. We understand the benefits of exercise. Yet, how many of us consistently follow through? This gap exists because knowledge is just the first step. True change requires action. It requires us to bridge the gap between what we know and what we actually do. Understanding this gap is crucial if we want to translate knowledge into tangible results. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that simply knowing something is enough. We might feel a sense of accomplishment after reading a self-help book or attending a workshop, but real transformation happens when we put that knowledge into practice. So what prevents us from bridging this gap? Why is it so hard to turn knowledge into action? There are both internal and external roadblocks that stand in our way. Internally, we might struggle with fear of failure, procrastination, or a lack of self-belief. Our brains are wired to prefer comfort and familiarity, which can make change feel uncomfortable. Externally, we might face time constraints, a lack of support, or a distracting environment. Our culture often bombards us with messages that contradict our goals, making it even harder to stay on track. Understanding these roadblocks is crucial. It allows us to anticipate challenges and develop strategies to overcome them. Bridging the knowing-doing gap requires a shift from passive learning to active implementation. It's about taking that knowledge and turning it into concrete steps. One of the most effective ways to do this is by focusing on habit formation. Habits are powerful because they automate our behavior. When we repeat an action consistently, it becomes ingrained in our subconscious, requiring less mental effort over time. Think about brushing your teeth or driving a car. We perform these actions without conscious thought. By breaking down our desired actions into small, manageable habits, we make it easier to bridge the gap between knowing and doing. Instead of relying solely on willpower, we create systems that support our goals. Section 4. Small steps. Big impact, the power of habits. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to change too much at once. They set unrealistic goals and become overwhelmed, leading to discouragement and ultimately, giving up. The key is to start small. Instead of trying to overhaul your entire life overnight, focus on incorporating one or two small habits at a time. For example, if your goal is to eat healthier, start by adding a serving of vegetables to your dinner every day. Being specific with your habits is also crucial. Instead of saying I want to exercise more, decide to go for a 20-minute walk every morning before work. This specificity makes it easier to track your progress and stay accountable. Remember, small changes when done consistently can lead to remarkable results over time. Section 5. Making it stick. Strategies for lasting change. Creating lasting change requires more than just good intentions. It requires a system that supports our goals and helps us stay motivated. Here are a few strategies to make your new habits stick. 1. Optimize your environment. Make it easier to engage in your desired behavior by removing temptations and creating visual cues. For example, if you want to eat healthier, keep unhealthy snacks out of sight and place a bowl of fruit on the counter. 2. Find an accountability partner. Sharing your goals with someone and regularly checking in with them can provide motivation and support. 3. Celebrate your wins. Acknowledge and reward yourself for your progress, no matter how small. This positive reinforcement will help you stay motivated on your journey. Remember, change is a process, not an event. There will be setbacks along the way, but the key is to view them as learning opportunities and keep moving forward. By focusing on building sustainable habits, we can bridge the knowing-doing gap and create lasting change in our lives.